In a world where things almost make sense, and most everything is interesting and mildly unique, it's a place that feels somewhat familiar and has the suspicious comfort of a loving semi-omnipresence. You are on the outskirts of Loutopia. Sit back and relax, or tense up and march around. Please welcome your host of Loutopia, Lou Angel Wolf.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's 2018, a whole new year for the Loutopia podcast, and we're really happy that you're here. Seriously. Hey, it's January 2nd. I'm Lou Angel Wolf here in the fabulous Double Special Studios. Right immediately to my right, it's Michael Merberg.
Good to be back.
Good to see you, groovy guy. Yeah, man. And over there on mic number 3, it's our producer, Chris Gorgeous.
Yabba dabba doo.
All right, buddy. Well, here we are, folks. It's January 2 and 2018. We just finished all the holidays. Is Kwanzaa over now? And Boxing Day and all that stuff?
It's 2018.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so all that was last year, right?
Well, I would hope so. I'm getting kind of tired of it.
Well, you know how those Canadians are with their Boxing Day.
What do you get? You're getting tired of time? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I'm tired of time and things happening in succession.
Well, yeah.
I get that.
And the Orthodox Christmas was just really still maybe hanging in there. I'm not really quite sure.
The Christmas thing is such a potpourri of malarkey these days. When was the last time you used the word malarkey? But yeah, I don't. You know, you can just tell it's a marketing ploy, and you know, I wrote a paper about it years ago called "Christmas Santa: The First Big Lie."
Yeah,
and you know, I don't really get it. I mean, I understand a season of where people would feel forgiving and giving and want to express that. And, you know, the marketers of our American products have found a wonderful way to distribute that idea.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's not just us, Lou. I mean, other countries celebrate Christmas as well. You know what I mean? And they do the same stuff.
Yeah.
They shop and exchange gifts and all that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
but the big flaw in the whole thing is, I mean,
Globally, you mean?
well, yeah, for one,
Yeah.
okay,
Mhm.
Jesus, Messiah, Yeshua, whatever, wasn't born on December 25th.
Right.
Okay, he was born probably somewhere in the fall.
They say August.
They say August, okay.
Yeah.
Indian summer. And the other thing about it is because he was an Orthodox Jew, he wouldn't have celebrated his birthday.
Right.
They don't celebrate birthdays. That's a solar thing, and they weren't into the solar thing. Okay, so but December 25th is the winter solstice, which is, you know, one of the hinge points of all, you know, sun cults and, you know,
Yeah. Under
neo-pagans, paleo-pagans.
Yeah, under the Roman Empire, the big religion, especially for the Roman army, which pretty much was the Roman Empire, was Mithraism. And
Mithraism.
And Mithras came back to life again, and he died every year and came back to life with the solstice. So what happened is eventually the church, in order to bring over the male population, because the early Christians were, for the most part, female, they decided they would change the holiday to mix with the holiday that the men spent by themselves in the Mithraeums.
Huh.
So that brought the end to Mithraism and the birth of the church and Jesus Christ on December 25th.
Yeah, might as well switch it yeah, sure. Hey, why don't we just compound this thing?
Yeah, let's just give everybody off between like the solstice and the 1st of January.
And then the Santa thing started as that's Irish, right? Or Scottish?
Oh, geez, I thought it was Turkish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The little dwarf that comes down your comes in your house and
Yeah, unless you talk to people lately, like on Fox, they've been saying, "Oh, it's just that Coke made that up." I'm like, yeah, I think it goes a little bit further back than Coke.
oh well, Coke made this guy,
Right,
the
but
current guy
basically
in
the
the
same-
red and white suit.
yeah, it's basically the same thing though. He's got the same elements of the other Sinterklaas.
No.
Doesn't he?
No. The original ones were little dwarves. That's,
Okay, so they made him bigger.
How do you think he can get down the chimney?
Yeah, but he's still got elves with him. There's still dwarves in there. Is my point.
It's interesting though that both the Coca-Cola and Santa Claus both were the same color red of the
That's true.
Amanita muscari of
That's
mushroom. It's the same color.
Which consequently bloomed December 25th.
Yeah, in chimneys, all.
So anyway, and that's one of the tiring things about living in this society as you dissect all the information that they throw at you,
Well, but at the same time, let me say this: I have a kid now, and so for
Sure.
me, it's about him and it's about that magic. At some point, he's going to be like, whatever, but he still gets excited. It's still a special day for him. I remember when I was young, it was a special day, so I felt like I could pass it on. If he flat out asked me, I'm not going to lie. Now we're kind of waffling around the truth, which is fine. It's a game. And it's a fun game because there's presents at the end. So that's all he cares about.
Sure, absolutely, yeah, and I get it. I recently heard of a young guy still believing at 14.
Wow,
Yeah,
virgin too.
Yeah.
no doubt.
No friends? Nobody there for him going, hey, listen, buddy. I got a little information for you might want to listen to.
Well, I feel bad if the wrong set of people
Yeah.
set him straight.
Oh, that's
Because-
true.
Yeah, because people would laugh and call him names.
Oh man, that literally that element of his life is such a hinge point. When he really finds out that it was just one great big horseshit perpetuated lie,
And
he's going to look at the vendors of that lie and go, "Why? Why would you? I'm 14. What?
Delusional.
Why would you keep this going so long?"
homeschooled is more like it.
Yeah, I think all those things apply.
Yeah.
And
That's somebody taking that just a little bit too far.
yeah, well, and I guess it's like one of those things that, well, we'll tell them next year, and they never get around
Yeah,
to
but
it.
here's the thing. Most normal kids ask at some point. They go, hey, I got a question for you because this isn't adding up.
Yeah, right.
Most
right.
kids do that
Yeah, I
at some point.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Yeah, but it's also, but there is that little bit of goofiness inside a lot of guys. But like from what I understand, a couple of years ago, I don't know how I ran across it. There were grown men in their 20s, and one of the computer things they do is a My Little Pony game. Do you know about that?
No, not game. It's bronies. They're called bronies.
What is that?
They're guys that are into My Little Pony.
Whoa.
Elaborate a little.
They're into the animation. They do cosplay, My Little Pony stuff. I mean, they're just into the show. It's a television show.
All right,
It's like a children's animated
I've
show.
seen it on like kids' bibs and stuff.
Well,
I've seen it on bibs.
yeah, it's a counterculture that's basically based around.
Storyline of the show. They actually like the story.
Oh, okay. So Crystal's telling me they follow the storyline of the show. They're into it.
Oh, really?
They're into they're into
So,
the
like,
whole animated series. They know who
They
the
have chat
actors are.
rooms. They talk about what do you think the
Chat
pony's going to
rooms.
do.
They go to conventions. They meet the voice actors that do the voice acting for all the characters on the show. Yeah, it's
Holy
I
cow.
think they had on Netflix. There was a special about it, and I don't know if it was called Bronies, but that's the term. That's the phrase.
Bronies.
Bronies. Yeah, bros who like My Little Pony. Bronies. Hey, everybody's got their thing, dude.
Things you can't unthink.
I know, but I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. I like vehicles, right? But you really love vehicles, though.
Okay,
And
yeah.
when you start talking vehicles, it's like you might as well be talking about My Little Pony. It's the same
I get
sort of thing. You fit in that slot, and that's your slot. And to somebody else who's not in that slot, they're like, "What's the big deal? It's a car. Why are you so?
I get it.
What are you so excited about the carburetor for? Why do you need to see a picture of the exhaust pipes? You know what I mean?
Well,
Because it's not a little pony.
Well, there's that, but. We're in
we
it.
have horsepower.
Well,
we don't have pony power.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's wrong for them to be into the show. It's a little immature to be into that, but that's what they choose to be. I
A
mean,
little effeminate. A little.
I don't know if I want to say effeminate.
Toddler-esque.
I don't know that it's effeminate. It's just I don't think the show's specifically for girls. I don't think it's marketed for girls per se. I think
Do
it's.
you think they were marketing
kids.
it for bronies?
Little kids.
Oh, right. And
It's more for girls. Yeah, my son wouldn't touch it.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't tell him not to touch it. He just made that choice on his own. Is my point.
Yeah.
I didn't say, "Hey, you're a guy, and you don't look at anything pink. Close your eyes. That's pink." I didn't do that. I just whatever you want. I don't give a crap. Watch whatever you want, bro.
Hence my initial statement. There's this show where the guys are grown men and they watch these little ponies.
Dude, there's grown people into Harry Potter and all that.
Well, that's a little different.
It's a kid's book.
But
for
it's not
children.
a little rainbow farting pony.
No, it's a wizard shooting rainbows out of a thing with gremlins and come on, and fizzy fuzzy drinks and broom riding. It's the same. It's all fantasy. They're into that. For some reason, they connect with it. I can't. I don't.
Broom
know.
riding. A couple girlfriends ago, I can tell you about that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Loutopia podcast, and we're not judging. We're just talking about it. Hey,
I'm not judging.
Hey, if you want to be a little brony, go ahead. Like what?
A little.
I'll.
Why did you say little in front of it?
Because
You want to be a little insignificant little brony?
I hear it's not real popular among NFL players unless they're
I doubt
still
it.
in the brony closet.
No,
so.
they're too busy forcing dogs to fight to the death.
do they still do that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, Michael Vick kind of burned that bridge. didn't he?
Maybe, who knows? I was amazed at how many people are actually into it.
And I think that's
That's
one of the things that we discussed. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, the show is being broadcast live on YouTube. It's Lou Angel Wolf YouTube, right? Isn't that where you send it?
I think your page is Lou too.
Yeah, no,
Lou.
or is it the Loutopia page?
It's your YouTube page. Go to Lou. Go on YouTube and search Lou Angel Wolf, and you'll find his page, and then you can.
And there we are sitting there live.
Yep.
Nice.
Live. Yep.
Okay, and extra bonus round. Our buddy Mike Peter over at IRN Broadcast, he's broadcasting us live right now too.
Yeah, you can hear the audio over there.
Can you?
Yeah. And he doesn't do the video, just audio.
Oh, just audio.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Well, cool. Hi, everybody over there.
Yep.
You can't see us, but boy, we look good today. We're all wearing Christmas today.
Yep. Lou's dressed like a brony.
He's farting rainbows over here.
I'm farting rainbows.
He just sneezed glitter dust.
Smells like cherry potpourri.
We're going to eat some pixie sticks later.
What's our subject tonight? You said whatever.
It's, well, I came up with this thing, and I wrote, it was just a little strange thought that I had on Facebook, and I posted it. I thought 2018, the year of the weenus. And there's a big picture of a mountain that looks like a weenus.
Technically, it's a cirque.
Cirque?
Yes.
What's that?
Or a spire. Yeah.
A spire.
Yeah.
Is that related to an obelisk?
Depends if it's rock or not.
This one was rock.
Yeah.
Oh, you sent me over something that said whatever, so I pulled up a couple of graphics.
You got some whatevers?
Yeah, this is a whatever.
Oh, there's a big flying what? Oh, is that what the kids do when they mean whatever?
I know.
That's when one loser meets another loser.
Hello, you're of little significance.
Oh, I like this game. And then I get this one too. I thought that was kind of nice. That's
That's from South Park.
yeah, whatever. You don't
He's
know me.
funny.
I'll do what I want.
He's wearing blush.
Yeah, he's a brony. You got a
Right.
lollipop and
My
little
little pixie pony.
pixie pony. Holy
You know what? I'm afraid to go look at that because what if I like it?
Huh.
What if I become a brony?
That would be the best thing ever in 2018. Okay, if I could say to my friends, Lou, that comedian guy, yeah, he's a brony. Did you know that? And they go, and then they start to talk bad about you, and then I have to go, hey, listen, man, Lou can be whatever he can do whatever he wants.
He's
If
a
he wants-
brony.
If he wants to be a brony, you should let him be a brony. He's still a good guy. Doesn't mean anything.
Wouldn't it be funny if you got like brony tattoos?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh my god! Could you have some little pony like leaping into your butt crack?
I don't think there's anything sexual about it.
No?
Rainbows coming out of it,
Sure.
All right.
Well, here was my initial idea on the whatever. Wait, does it go like that? Does it go like that? Whatever.
yeah, because
Okay.
it's two things, right?
There's there's for the people at home watching on YouTube. And of course, these are archived forever, so we're stuck with these mindsets and these ideas set on this date. But yeah, I just had a little stream of consciousness, and I wrote this is on my Facebook page. Happy 2018, the year of the weenus. I declareth with all the power vested in me as an indentured servant of the Corporation of the United States, exercising my illusion of freedom and enduring persistence in slogging through the suburban maze laid before me, by my own tooling and understanding. I hereby declare the year 2018 the year of the weenus. May we recognize its primitive power and its frailty towards the future of balanced humanity. May we find comfort in the grips and throes of these ever-changing times. 2018, the year of the weenus.
You must have gotten some new rose-colored glasses for Christmas.
I did. Smelled like we hit a skunk. But, yeah, and then there's this great big rock in China that looks like a weenus.
Yeah, that's an uncircumcised Chinaman for sure.
Yes. Well, but anyway, and it's it's kind of a dick joke, but not really.
It's totally a dick joke.
Well, it's totally a dick joke, but
you
it's
said
also,
weenus like 8 times already.
that's a good word.
Yeah, no, I like weenus.
It's custom.
Oh, I love weenus.
It's kung fu.
It's very funny.
Yeah.
I love it
It's
when my son says it. I get tickled.
It's Fweeny Dalto.
Fweeny Dalto.
Sweeney Dalto. Remember that from last year?
That's a while back.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, but anyway, folks. So, but it makes sense because if you think about this world, and that's what the Loutopia podcast is kind of based on. Now it's the three of us. Our co-host Beth Snyder kind of spaced on the Gregorian calendar and thought today was Monday, and because she's a wonderful and successful hypnotherapist down there in the Sarasota Metro, she booked a couple appointments for tonight, the time that she would usually spend on Loutopia. So, but that's okay. I love her, and hey, man, you got to make the Benjamins.
Yeah,
And this is optional fun, but we enjoy it, and I like it a lot. So anyway, but we will not be joined by Beth. She'll be working. So.
yeah. Beth, say hi to Ben for me.
Yeah, I'm going to ask Beth about the bronies.
I got a little piece if you want to hear about it right now.
You can play it?
Yeah. I got a little BBC post on here. It's 4 minutes. It talks about bronies and what it is. You want me to play it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. This is from the BBC News.
Yep. I only got
Okay, can you still hear us too?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my.
Describe to our listeners what you're looking at.
Oh, okay. They can't see this?
No.
Okay.
Oh, on YouTube they can't. No, not on YouTube. No, they can't.
Okay. This there was just a little convention of guys wearing wigs and little flowers in their hair, and they are
Bronies.
the bronies.
Listen.
And they mentioned that the My Little Pony show reminds them of lessons they learned when they were young.
Mm-hmm.
The guy sounds Swedish.
Yeah, they did sound far away.
Oh,
I thought this was cool. The one where
English.
He's British.
JoJo did
See, he's got a girlfriend. Something
Yeah.
caught his attention.
No, it looked more like a pony.
Wow. Okay, this is more of a piece.
They both
on one
look
person.
like ponies.
I thought there was there's a if you want to check it out, there's the Brony Chronicles, and it's a documentary on My Little Pony, and it
Adult
talks.
men who love My Little Pony
Yep,
from the BBC News.
Yep.
And wear pink hair.
Well,
Oh, it was a wig, I think.
Oh.
like you've
probably
never had
was.
pink hair in your life, Mike. Come on.
No, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I've never been that drunk.
That's where you messed up right there.
Well, so there were the guys. They had the little pony dolls with them, and they were dressed like little ponies.
Yeah, having a pony fest. This is, yeah. Wow. Maybe somebody told him like you can pick up chicks at this kind of place.
You can.
Well, you'd have to say, if you met your girl at the Brony Festival,
Yeah.
that'd be your girl.
Match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who else is gonna, Pamela's an understanding girl, but I think she discovered my bronyism.
That would be amazing, though, if she, because she connected with you online through your, some of your writing, and everything, and then she met you, and that was a little off side thing that nobody knew about. And you went, yeah, listen, we're really connecting here, and I got this other thing.
That's exactly why they run away when I start talking to them about the ETs.
Is that your bronyism?
It's like, it's bronyism. They take off like a
Well, keep
bat
that. Just
out.
keep that for you then until they mention it.
And I got to tell you though, Michael, it's exceedingly intelligent because unless they're going to hook in with you, they're never going to connect with you on a full level.
Right.
You know. And
Yeah, see, that's what me with cheesesteaks. I mentioned cheesesteaks, and she makes a face. I'm like, you're out of here. I can't even look at you right now.
oh, you won't eat a cheesesteak?
Got to get a cheesesteak. girl.
Cheesesteaks are more mainline. No
Yeah.
pun intended.
If you, yeah, if your girl doesn't like cheesesteaks,
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, she must be like a vegan.
Yeah.
well, you know, I respect that though. I did that for a while, man. And 4 years ago, you couldn't have sold me a cheesesteak.
Yeah. Well, I love vegan food.
It's
Good stuff.
Yeah.
it's really done well.
I'll eat either or.
I'll tell you what, though, Michael. I think, well, for the first time in a long time, I have health insurance. But I think I'm going to go get my thyroid checked.
Mm-hmm.
I think my thyroid may have changed because I lost like 15 pounds and then like slammed it back on. Like it took me like 2 months to lose it,
Mm-hmm.
but like 3 weeks to gain it back.
Yeah.
That tells me my body isn't processing things the same way.
Yeah. Well, it's also middle-aged metabolism has a tendency to screw you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It goes up and down. Matter of fact, I learned that prosecuting DUIs. You know, there was like guys who were arrested between, 45 and 60. The toxicologists always got involved. They were like, yeah, well, really no way to predict during that age to what degree his impairment was because of the fluctuations in middle-aged metabolism. But have it checked anyway. It's nice to have health insurance,
Yeah.
even though they charge you $1,000 a month to look down your throat. And that's about it.
Well, I'm paying for it. And it's at my day job at Armor Tech Windows, we just got a group policy.
Oh, go for it.
So, yeah, and I haven't been in a couple of years.
Yeah, time
So,
to go.
yeah.
Absolutely. Get it all checked out,
Yeah.
You do the same for your car,
Exactly. I preach that. I preach maintenance on your car. So,
Body's no different.
yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Loutopia podcast, we do talk about health, humor, and well-being. And what we were talking about before with the year of the weenus, this is has been such a male-propagated society, and I really see huge levels of emasculation coming across the blinking light boxes that we pay attention to, especially all the Hollywood guys. Who's the Harvey whatever. And
Harvey Weinstein.
okay,
Harvey Keitel.
yeah.
Harvey Korman.
Did you ever
There we go. We got all three bases covered.
did you ever see The Bad Lieutenant?
No.
Oh, that's great. Film.
That's a Harvey Keitel movie right there. That's a strange character. But anyway, again, I'm not saying, and I'm not protecting them in any shape, manner, or form. And I know that there's a lot of guys that were very beastie.
But you're nervous as a dude. I've been hearing this a lot out on the street. Guys are like, man, we can't even look at anybody anymore.
Yeah,
You breathe the wrong way, sideways, you're going to be in trouble.
What's birth control?
It's
yeah,
not what it is.
It probably is. It
Birth
probably.
control.
Well, they're trying to whittle the population of the world down to 500 million.
Yeah, but you can't just go run around putting in people. You got to ask first. That's the whole thing.
Well,
You got to ask first, guys.
Well-
So you just can't go. This is my job, naturally. This is my job, so don't struggle. You
But-
can't.
but I'll also, and there was, and if you were, I know no means no and all that stuff. And if you were forcing yourself on to women or men or whatever, if you were making unwanted sexual advances in lieu of, career propulsion, that's not a good thing. But I'll also say there's a sector that has been kind of quiet too. I've known a lot of actresses and a lot of actors in my life. I've been in the entertainment industry, in the comedy end of it, and not so much serious actors and stuff like that. But But I know, girls, I mean, just from, coffee talk and sitting around at diners and, very open about, hey, man, I'm going to sleep with whoever I got to sleep with to get out, so I can actually, afford a car or do whatever I need to do. And they've looked at it and they've approached the business as part of their business plan. So, and I'm not pleading innocence for any of these guys that took advantage of their situations, but there were girls with that mission, and I don't, a man can't walk through a closed door. So if the girl was, opening the door, letting somebody know or whomever know that she was available and she wanted to do some side deals, that's different. And I don't know how much of those people are chirping up right now.
So 2018, you think is going to be the year where all this is? That's it. The year of the weenus, meaning like everybody's attacking the ween. What does that mean exactly? The year of the weenus.
Well, yeah, I think
Define it for
I
me.
think the weenus is going to change complexion this year.
Okay.
It's like the unity. It's the unity thinking. It's we-ness. We-ness. We're all connected. We just,
that
It
weenus.
just so happens to surround
The weeness.
a rock in
And
China.
yet you don't have to live under the shadow of
That's so much more palatable
a
than the other one.
throbbing member.
Sounds the same too.
Yeah, no, but the idea is much like
The
hugging,
weenus.
hugging, and the other one's like a sharp
Yes.
stab in the eye.
I'd like everyone to encounter just a little bit of the
Weenus.
weenus.
How do
that's
you
a-
do that? By putting your penis in.
No.
I'm
No,
sorry.
you went too
I'm
far.
sorry.
No.
No, just hold
Damn.
hands and.
Oh, I
No,
felt
but what
it.
do you mean though? So this year is going to be the year.
Well,
what?
I believe the emasculation, which
so
is
men are going to change.
no, men are going to reconsider a lot of their stances in the world, and they should.
Okay, I was just going to ask you. Do you think
and they
that's a good
should
thing?
absolutely? Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some Neanderthals out there that need need some checking under the
Some
board.
knuckle draggers, man. You
And-
look at him, you're like, who told you that was okay?
Should I pluck my eyebrows now?
Oh no.
So, yeah, and I mean, I don't mean you need to take it to the level of becoming a brony, but most men could use a little sensitivity training.
Yeah,
you know,
we need to be weenies instead of bronies.
he's a marketing guy. This
Yeah,
guy.
he
He's
is,
a
man.
marketing guy.
He's throwing logos up all over the place.
Michael's going, I think in terms of T-shirts.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
It's like,
Yeah.
or can we sell pieces of that rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this a $10 idea or a $15 idea? That's what I need to
Well,
know.
dude, I'm telling you, in 1994, it's completely documented. I had this whole character stuffed toy thing called the Lovable Little Turd. I was out. I was ready to market it.
Hanky Panky or Mr. Hanky came out?
Mr. Hanky came out like 9 months later.
South Park, gotcha.
Well, that's. I was reading an article the other day about teaching rats. They realized that they would teach rats behaviors in China, and then all of a sudden, these rats would have accelerated learning behaviors for the same task on the other side of the world.
Whoa.
So this is all kind of the
Rat telepathy.
yeah, well, the weeness of our planetary existence.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, like that big, what is that? The big moss growth. It's like the biggest organism, all connected over miles.
That's
and miles.
cool, man.
Yeah, what's it?
That-
Call it Mostra.
No, I don't know.
I'll shut up.
He's had 2 weeks to think about all this stuff. He came in here
Coming
loaded.
in fresh.
He came in here loaded.
Coming in hot.
He's got an ammo crate next to him. He's locked and loaded, baby.
Hey, bring on the cats. I can spray them down.
It's the Loutopia podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Come experience the weeness of it all. There you go. There's the T-shirt right there.
Hey, actually,
Experience the weeness of it all.
Yes.
yeah, actually, I just figured out how to herd cats.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you take a spray bottle, kind of, they'll go wherever you want them to.
That shit works, man.
Yeah,
And that's even in the OK Cat Handbook.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt him. Just
The
startles him.
bleach part is weird.
Yeah.
But
Well, I don't like their fur. The
come here,
original color.
Spot.
Yeah, I got to switch up the fur a little bit. I got a couple of cats. Jesus.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Loutopia podcast. We're here every week on, not every week, a lot of weeks, on Tuesday evening. And then, of course, all these are archived on Loutopia, loutopia.com. Loutopia is the home of the pacifist riot. And that's what this whole thing is about. I wrote something down the other day. It's like, I'm awake. I'm off the farm. My mind is free, yet I'm still in debt to the system. And that's kind of right where I'm like 3/4 of the way out. You know what I mean? I mean, I realize that this is all a facade. I realize that we're dealing with a matrix. I realize that, material things don't mean nearly what you think they do. Yet I'm caught in this maze. And it's too hard, or I'm noticing currently, because I got a lady in my life now. I can't be all, just Cub Scout Louie, just go out into the woods, And so I'm,
Yeah. Women like roofs over there.
they like roofs. Yeah. They like hot water.
Yeah.
They like food.
Yeah, what guy doesn't? I like all those things.
I do too. I do too.
I don't live
But
in the
what I'm
woods.
saying is,
But they're like meant to pay for it.
I like men to pay for it.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna
anyway,
say my pops died. He was painting up.
but what I'm saying is, see, now many years ago, what a lot of you don't know, when I was a stand-up comic, I literally had.
You're not a stand-up comic anymore.
I still am.
Oh.
But when I was full time,
Yeah.
and I was more of an artist back then. I had a driver's license and cash. That's how I went around the world. And I didn't have a checking account, and I was unattached to society. I mean, other than my driver's license, and it was generally good enough to cash a check and all that stuff. See, and I was close to breaking away at that point, but somehow, and I know how, I got pulled back into the vortex when I met Melinda, my first wife, and then we had Isaac. So that was all part of my life's purpose, was to bring Isaac down. And now, I'm divorced a couple times, and I got a great lady now, and everything is good. But I still got those ideas in my head from my old journey when I was seeking the complete freedom. When you woke up in the morning and you can go, you know what? Today is mine. I can do what I want today. See, I don't have that now.
Yeah.
I got to go to work. I got appointments to keep. I got people to check up on. I got
Shows to do.
I got bills to pay, shows to do.
Hoes to be slayed. Oh, sorry.
And on all of it is very enjoyable, and I'm not even complaining, okay? But what I'm saying is the peace that I had back then, and I was thinking about how simple my life was, and I had time to create. I would sit and write. I was in the wind.
Yeah, it's all about simplification of your life. The more simple it gets, the easier it gets, the better it gets. Real
Okay.
simple.
Yeah. And now, things are complicated. I'm happy. I feel good for.
You can still step back from the complication, though. All you need to do is just let go of that, whatever it is, the regret, or I could have been, or would have been, or should have been, or done. It's not the same. You are the same. The only thing that's changed is your surroundings.
And also, if you're,
That's true.
I think if you're with a good partner, they'll allow you to have a little you time, me time. You still take that time, don't you, Lou? Go do a little.
Yeah. Oh, Pam
Yeah.
is so cool
That's what I
with
figured.
my space.
Yeah, dude. I think that's when you're with a good person, they're okay with you having your own space. Because a lot of, it's okay to be alone every now and again.
And and I do get that too. I do a lot of commuting and car travel, so a lot of times I'm in the car for an hour by myself, and sometimes I won't even most of the time I won't even turn the radio on, dial in my Pandora.
Yeah, it's your Zen time. It's quiet. And listen to the motor hum and just get to where you got to go and let your troubles go, let your mind go. There's a lot of Zen in driving.
Yeah, it's really amazing too. Because I used to be one. I mean, I was a bit of a stereophile. I really loved. As soon as I got in the car, man, I'd play something. You know, but now it's like, I've got I've got my music world whittled down to like 2 or 3 genres that I'll tolerate, and maybe a dozen artists in each genre that I really like. But like I had to listen to terrestrial radio the other day. There's FM one of the stations, and they literally, the classic rock stations in the Tampa Bay area have been playing the same 100 songs
Forever.
for 35 years.
Right.
Dude, you can still hear Boston's Hooked on a Feeling no less than 5 times a day on the Eagle 107.3.
Yeah.
And that is, now I don't know whether they're playing it because they don't have to pay any royalties on it because they screwed Boston so hard. Tom Scholes was the guy that wound up breaking the band up over the contract. He was an MIT graduate. He knew how to read a contract.
Right.
He just wasn't like, Steve, we got a record deal, and that's what broke the band up. But you still hear that damn song, that More Than a Feeling, and we were just another band out of Boston.
You know what we need to do is create a Christmas music station.
All Christmas music all year long.
All the time.
Hey, Chris, can I bother you for some tea? Yeah, and so if I was a guy, if I was an investor guy, I don't know how hard I would look at a terrestrial radio station or anything that even has to do with that genre. And I don't know if you know. Thank you. I don't know if you know about the rest of the world. There's this really irritating guy on the radio for Fusillo, Kia, and Nissan. He's the guy that's huge. Everything he's on there yelling, and everything's $99, and $99 down, $99 a month, $99.
And pay until you're 99.
Exactly. And this guy, I mean, I know people, a lot of people, the second they hear one of his commercials come on, they change the dial.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's either spending so much money to keep it on, or there's some weird attraction to that. Because the guy is a car seller, man. They're going to sell, like, from what I understand, as just a rumor, I didn't see any numbers or anything like that, but they're going to sell 40,000 new cars from his dealerships this year. 40,000 people said, yes, I want that experience. But I do know, like the Kia commercials, I know the guy, John, that owns Friendly Kia up in Newport Richey. And he says his business has really picked up because of that guy. He said people are now curious to see what a Kia is like, but they don't want to go to that guy, so they just go where there are other Kias. So he goes, I can't complain. He goes, my floor traffic has increased since that guy. He's just raising the awareness of Kias.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then that guy right there is he's a weenus.
Okay. Now we've used an example. Okay, I get it.
He's a weenus.
Okay.
Donald Trump is a weenus. Okay.
Donald Trump is King Weenus.
He's a Weenusaurus Rex. Old King Weenus.
And weenus isn't necessarily a derogatory thing.
It is when I say it about him.
Now, make it sound good, Lou.
No. What I'm saying, what I'm saying is it's just kind of that.
He's a tool.
A tool, that bold, masculine type, whatever that was. And
that's my Trump Weenus noise.
Can't you see the rainbow?
That's it. I just, again, all politics aside, whatever his politics are, that's a guy that if I was at a bar, I would step over people to get away from. Like, I would not want to talk to that dude. Yeah, because he's just boorish and pushy and shoving.
Oh.
I couldn't do it.
Hey,
I
there's
couldn't.
nobody that knows more about bars than me.
Right, exactly.
I know the most about bars.
My eyes are already rolling. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, God.
I, from what I understand, from an economic standpoint, he's done some good things for the economy. But on the other hand,
Don't like his personality. It sucks.
no, I've never cared for the guy as a guy. He's not my. Could you imagine going out in the boat all weekend with
No.
Donald Trump?
I'd jump over the side. I really would. Jump right over the side. I'd be like, there's no sandbar here. I don't care. Just push me off.
I don't know. If he brought his wife, maybe he might have to swim back.
Eh.
Who knows?
No, she wouldn't get a word in edgewise. You'd never hear from her the whole weekend. She'd just sit there like a statue.
But
I love art.
Lou, you're at like 35. Do you just want to go straight? You're at 40, actually. You just want to go straight through to do till
well, let's
25 after or whatever?
we'll just
No break, just cut it, go straight through?
Yeah, we'll do like another 10 minutes, and we'll just.
You let me know when you're ready.
Eh.
Okay. Just want to let you know.
Well,
We would have taken a break already. But so,
well, it's okay.
yeah.
And what I'm trying to do is kind of make a point, and that's what we need to get around to with the whole year of the weenus.
Whatever.
Well, or not, but what I think is happening is people are really. I think people are asking more questions now than ever. There's a lot of spooky stuff on the horizon. The 5G network for your phone is absolutely it literally can control every facet of your life.
Yeah.
It's so big, it's so powerful. That's why you wonder, where all this information came from. Like even on Facebook, if you say, like if I texted you, Michael, let's get together tomorrow, there'll be a bubble that pops up and says start a plan.
Yeah, and then they'll like start suggesting where you should go.
Yeah. Meet for coffee.
Yeah, we know your demographics, your age, your tastes, your likes, your dislikes.
Yeah.
We know what you buy. We know what you sell.
Yeah. It's been a while since you've been to Lenny's.
Damn. Chicken soup.
But the 5G is going to make this look like a playground toy.
Yeah.
And people are just going, oh, man, faster internet. But it's also divided it down to where it's all completely billable now.
They put a meter on it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So your 5G is not going to be your friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, in my mind, this was the stuff that I was afraid of or aware of. A little bit of fear, I guess.
Yeah.
30 years ago. All this stuff that I thought was going to happen is happening. And our freedoms are ever shrinking. And, we think we're free. But the reality of it is, my mind is free. And that's all that I can really, that's the best I can do for myself. And that's why we do this show, is you feel the same way, and Chris feels the same way, and Beth feels the same way, that there are people that are looking for a little freedom in their thought processes, and they're not alone. They're not alone in thinking that they're on this crazy, electric horse in front of Kmart that you just keep putting quarters in, and the ride doesn't get any better.
Yeah.
And the scenery doesn't change.
Well, it's kind of what's happening to television generally right now. I think that's why people are looking for alternatives, because television has gotten so repetitive and so full of crap.
Such shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, Chris.
Yes, sir.
You got your little guy in there.
Yeah.
Do you pick what he watches, or do you let him have free roam of the remote?
He has no free roam.
Okay.
He is allowed to watch children's shows, and I review whatever he wants. If he requests something, I review it first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's a little different with music. I allow him some wiggle room with respects to lyrics being, like curse words.
Uh-huh.
It depends on the severity of the lyrics. Like there's some rap music that he wants to listen to because his friends, and I listen to rap music, so there's some stuff that he enjoys the music, and he knows that they're curse words, and so we have an agreement. Listen, you can listen to the song as long as you don't repeat the lyrics out loud. I don't want you repeating these lyrics, and
Wow.
because they're bad. So because I've always been a big fan of music, and I'm not a fan of taking those words out. I feel like it's and it's not a visual thing. It's a, what I mean? So to
Sure.
me, it's a little bit different than television.
Well,
See-
Carlin was right. They are just words.
Right. And so, but with television, no nudity. I try to limit the violence that he sees on television. And just by not allowing him to watch what we watch. So he has Netflix, but he only has his account on Netflix, and it's the kids' account, and everything is pretty much sort of approved.
Metered down.
Yeah. I mean, look, right now he's into cartoons. He watches Pokemon. It's pretty safe.
Yeah.
And I'm talking Pokemon movies. He'll watch the movies. And then he watches like Johnny Test, which is a cartoon. It's sort of like Dennis the Menace, like an updated Dennis the Menace sort of deal. But other than that, he's not. He's really not into movies. I got to be honest with you. No, not so much. He doesn't have that. He'd rather be gaming.
Cool.
That's his movie. He's on a
Cool.
game.
Yeah.
And with that, I try to limit the violence that he's. It's all kid kind of approved for the most part.
You know who I'm really, what I'm really starting to appreciate, and I
Elvis. No,
Oh man, Elvis. Huh?
sorry.
Thank you very much.
Well, he's the poster boy for getting trapped in the system,
Right.
But
Who?
I'm enjoying. I got the big TV
Mhm.
in the living room now, and I can get the YouTube on there.
Mhm.
Okay, and
The YouTube.
the YouTube.
I'm on the YouTubes every
But-
night.
But I'm a new fan of Richie from Boston. Do you know Richie from Boston?
Richie from. Why does that ring a bell?
Yeah, he's a pretty popular guy, and he talks about what we talk about just in a more blatant manner. And he's even.
Yeah, okay, I'm thinking of somebody else. No.
I tell you
How'd
what,
you come across him?
I just found him one day. I
Going
think
down the YouTube hole?
yeah, I went down the YouTube hole.
See, that's the
No.
danger with Jake. I got to keep him from going down the YouTube hole.
Yeah, I didn't.
Because he'll click on one thing and then ask for suggestions. And each suggestion you click gets further and further away from that root video. And the next
Right.
thing you know, yeah, you got Richie from Boston.
Yeah, well, I think what it was, I was watching some Illuminati
Right.
thing, and,
okay.
and that stuff's all very, very
So
fascinating.
is
to
Richie
me.
into the conspiracy stuff? Is that what he does?
Yeah, he does a lot of conspiracy stuff, and he's I like to think that I can tell when somebody's genuine, and I really do think this guy's genuine.
Most YouTubers, the guys that do videos on a regular basis, are pretty genuine.
Okay,
At least they, as genuine as they can be.
and there's another kid on there. We Are Change.
No, I don't.
I
watch
don't.
any of
I
that
can't.
stuff.
I think his name's Jason.
Yeah, I don't spend a lot of time on YouTube.
I tell you what, that he must have went to broadcast school or something, because he's really got the rap down, and he's smooth.
Yeah, man. Look, if you put a little money in your YouTube channel, nice cameras, you can and get somebody to do really good production as far as switching cameras, different,
Sure.
it can be just like television, dude. It's a great avenue.
You know who else has a great show on there is our friend Tom Rhodes.
Oh yeah,
TomRhodes.net. He has these things called Knowledge Nuggets.
Knowledge Nuggets. Yep.
And he's just got, I don't know, he's got 250 of them, just these little pieces. You'd love him, Merbs, because he's a world traveler, and he lands in all these interesting little places. He was in Mongolia 2 months ago.
Wow.
6 weeks ago, he was in Mongolia.
Good thing it was 6 weeks ago. It's kind of chilly there now.
Yeah, I think he beat the rush.
Yeah, we haven't broadcast since before Christmas, right? So we went to the company Christmas party for coconuts, and Lou rolls in with Tom Rhodes, and boy, all the comics were like, "Who was that? Oh shit!" I went over to the guy that was working the Brad Fentmore. He's over there, young comic. And I said, "Oh, Tom Rhodes just came in." He goes, "No, get the hell out of here! Shut!" He didn't believe me, and I'm like, "He's right there, dude. Look, right over there.
Touch him. Go lick him.
He's right over there." He's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
So yeah, Lou get the party a buzzing with that one. and then as soon as Lou got there, two people fell off the dock into the water. Tom Rhodes happened to be standing right next to them and tried to help them up out of the water.
Yes.
Like how does Tom Rhodes end up on the dock in the back right when people fall in?
At a drunken coconuts party.
That's star power for you.
I know, dude. I'm like, you've been here 5 minutes, bro. You're right in the middle of the drama.
I'm Superman. I'm here.
Oh, he said it was hysterical. He's like, yeah, I tried to help them up, but they couldn't get up. They were too drunk. They couldn't get up that dock.
Well, the worst thing was they dropped all the power cords in the water. Okay.
And they blew out the band, right?
They blew out the band, and whoever helped them out literally could have been electrocuted.
Oh crap!
Yeah. So
No wonder Tom didn't leave him. Didn't help him
yeah,
out.
and I stayed for a while and saw some friends and
Good party.
yeah, I missed Leslie Norris. I didn't know Leslie Norris was there.
Oh yeah, she was bebopping around over there.
Yeah, I
Yep.
missed her.
Yep.
She's a nice lady.
Yeah, I talked to her for a minute. She was very nice.
Anyway.
Anyway,
So yeah, we had the Coconuts Christmas party, and I went to a couple Christmas parties. And
now we're in the year of the weenus.
the
I'm
year
gonna try to
of
keep
the
my
weenus.
I'm gonna try to keep my weenus the same this year.
Yes, it's the Loutopia show, a gathering of love, peace, and togetherness, and together we can feel the weenus.
Togetherness, weenus.
It's,
Weenus.
I like it. I see a T-shirt. Think in terms of T-shirts, I think I found one. The weenus. Come feel the weenus between us. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Loutopia podcast. We're going a little long today because Beth overbooked herself, which is totally cool. I
Miss you, Beth.
I'll tell you what, man. She has helped so many people. It's almost like, her work has an air of divinity about it because she really, really has helped a bunch of people, including myself.
But now she's got her shop, so she's helping even more people over there.
Well, the Ohm Shop is a wonderful place. It's a metaphysical shop, and it's also a spa. They have skin treatments and sound treatments, and you can do a bowl session with the tones and all that other stuff. Of course, I do a bowl session every night after work. But
Going bowling.
yeah. But anyway, so we'll have Beth back. And actually, we may need to move to next Wednesday or Monday because Tuesday, I got a couple of Tuesdays in this month that I have gigs.
Okay, let me know, and hopefully if I'm not kidding, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, okay.
We'll
So
figure it out.
We're going to be some flexible Lutopias.
Right on.
But anyway, folks, we just survived the Christmas holidays. We're into 2018. I do have to say that regardless of, the weenus in charge of our country right now currently, there was I kind of noticed, I didn't do a lot of like mall shopping or stuff like that, but people were kind of happier than other years in the past. And I heard a assload more Merry Christmases.
Yeah, well, when the market's up 25% in a year, there's a lot of people out there with money that are happy. And
yeah, is that what it was?
Yeah, it had to help.
I didn't notice it.
Well, let me take a look at your portfolio, man.
I don't have a
it's just
portfolio.
there.
I don't have the money to have a portfolio.
I'm there with you, so
Every time I hear that, well, the market, it doesn't mean anything to me and anybody in my neighborhood.
Yep.
Alan
Yeah,
Prophet does a funny bit about that. He goes, the other day I went to the store and I bought a Pick Six, a Mega Million, a Powerball, and a Cash for Life. He goes, a lot of people look at that as lottery tickets. I look at it as an investment portfolio.
True that.
He's not quite that New York though. He's got a little bit though. I miss him. He's just been quiet. He's had friends in. He has a cousin that showed up. Hasn't been around for 30 years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Where did he disappear to for
I don't know.
30
He
years?
just kind of wandered off, and everybody kind of
Foreign
forgot he
Legion.
existed. Yeah,
Wow.
the Foreign Legion. How come you can't do that anymore?
Well, you can, but
like to
you
join
got to
the
be
Foreign
French.
Yes,
The
French Foreign Legion.
We are not taking just anybody anymore. We take your stupid Americans. We take
Well,
all the French.
the French Foreign Legion was a road for Africans to get French citizenship at one point in time.
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah, it's part of how you do it.
Yeah, what was that all? What do you know about that there, Wikipedia?
Well, what little I do know was like if you were a foreigner and you wanted to get French citizenship, you'd enlist in the French Foreign Legion and you'd do their work for them, and after 30 years, you get your citizenship and a retirement.
After 30 years?
Yeah,
Wow.
which is not uncommon under the Romans, because life was a lot shorter then. It was 20 years, and then you got 40 acres and a concubine.
Dang.
Yeah,
I'm due a concubine and
Damn.
some dirt.
yeah. You couldn't get married. You couldn't get married in those days, but you could have concubinage.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, only senators could
See?
get married.
See? The weenus shadow is fading on that kind of thing.
Pointing towards 6 o'clock.
Funny. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Loutopia podcast. I'm Lou Angel Wolf. That's Mike Merberg, Chris Gorgeous over there. Beth Snyder took the night off. And, so kind of to bring it all home. Fellas, this is directed at you. Kind of be a little more sensitive. Think a little bit past the end of your unit. Hey, and I know it's the guiding force, the divining rod, whatever it is, my everything, whatever it is. But you have to be a little more subjective about it,
Yeah. Don't let your dick give you direction in life.
Yeah, Greg Ray does a great bit about men are so well endowed with brains we had to open a branch office. And consequently, we let it do a majority of our decision making.
Yeah.
Got to be head smart.
Yes, head smart.
That was a sketch we did. We got banned from USF. It was basically a helmet that you could buy. You could put it on your penis, and you could communicate with your penis when your penis was taking control of your decisions. You could say, "Hey, what are you doing right now?" There would be communication there.
Head smart.
Yeah, we got banned.
That sounds great, though.
We did a video, and we had a hot dog and put the little helmet on there, and it looked a little too real for the USF staff.
How many years ago was that? That was a long time ago.
That was this year of the weenus. No, it was.
That's a shame. You can have the vagina monologues, but put a dick on TV and
Yeah.
you're fucked.
And it wasn't even real. It was, it was a hot dog with a helmet, with a football helmet, with a little microphone. Oh, it was brilliant. Anyway, can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Be smart.
Vagina monologues. That's funny.
Because, it wouldn't have been a dialogue because you could never get a word in edgewise.
Well, the other thing, too, who's that? Eliza Schlesinger or whatever. She got in trouble for not letting guys come to see her show. It was like a woman's only show.
Ooh.
And some guy was outraged or something like that. I just think he wanted his name in the paper. I mean, really, who gives a shit?
Yeah, but how do they expect us to learn if they won't show us?
Exactly. And not that she has anything to teach me.
Right.
Right.
Well, show me your vagina.
There you
I
go.
want to learn.
Now I learn. But anyway, it's just it's a crazy ass world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lou Angel Wolf. We're going to say goodnight. Thank you so much for joining us on the first show of the year. We'll have some altered broadcast days. Thanks to those of you who listened in. I'm Lou Angel Wolf on behalf of Michael Merberg, Chris Gorgeous, Beth Snyder. Thank you, Mike Peter, over there at the IRN Broadcast Network.
He says, Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year to you too, buddy. And everybody have a great week. Try to stay warm because most of the country is frozen right now. So be good. Shalom alaikum.